Can you say breakfast is served? All you got to do is bring your appetite for business, career, family, and success. We're getting ready to find permission to be transparent and live our dreams. Breakfast.
From the imposter syndrome. What do you do when you reach the goal?
Well, why is the side hustle so important for women?
When is being you enough?
What are your process to bridge the gap between your creative part and passion and the business?
How do you survive failure?
And give me yours one more time.
What gives my clients joy?
Yeah.
My breath.
I'm learning the dynamics is so different in the way that I'm learning.
Culture is pitching us on what success looks like, right? And everybody is playing at success. But what does success feel like? And so you can have a thing, you can reach a goal, and that's a success of a type, but it can also...
And then to do it publicly, right? Like my business did not fail, but I feel like we were just having this conversation this morning where I told her in the car. My business was very successful, right? We reached that point of the goal.
Right.
And I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. Didn't have control over it. When the franchisee, and I guess I'm the franchisee, the franchisor went out of business, what am I left with, right? So again, it wasn't me. My franchise was doing very well, and was an identity, right? And that we get tied up in this identity of what it looks like. And so if it doesn't come out the way we thought it was supposed to be, or we have to explain it, language for that. But how do we have language for I'm transitioning,
Right.
I'm learning, and I am integrating the learning of this situation and making appropriate changes. Maybe it's pivoting.
When you're successful, it's really all about what do you want? And that's a question that I don't think that we as women allow ourselves to even sit in for a little while to really answer. What is it that you want? Do your mortgage paid or whatever, if your kids are at home by themselves? What do you want? And that for me was, it's still a question that I'm trying to answer for myself. But I do whatever I want. And then people ask,
Go to college.
go to college. And then what are you supposed to do?
Or get married.
Or get married. Or get married.
Or both.
Get a good job.
Or both.
Yeah.
Get a good
Get
job.
a good job. Good job. And then what?
Yeah, make some money.
Make some money. Make a lot of money and just keep and just go. Because I was telling my child yesterday, she was saying how, a lot of the millennials that she's talking to just don't have a path. I have my own take on what the problem is, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But identified as you are growing up, hence the reason why they messed up was parenting is shifting. So there's that. I just think for me, I'm at this position where I am giving myself permission to do whatever.
About this, but it's quite different. The male take on failure and success and women in general. I mean, just to say, because he said, I've been in conferences where you hear the story. God, I can't tell anybody that I just lost that $10. I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed. And like that we're constantly having to change. But the tech industry is like, oh yeah, they fail all the time. They have FailCon.
Yeah.
You go and you talk about your. And so you're out here, and everybody's on Facebook telling what story telling their story. We all get to be our brand. We all get to promote our brand, and we're living the life, right? And we're Instagramming it, and we're showing it.
Right? Hooray! We were doing great. My home was gone. Like we were such a broken home. Mom was never there. I have twin boys that are special needs that were constantly getting in trouble. My relationship with my now fiance was a bunch of different stuff. My daughter, I thought she was okay. She was a senior in high school, who's now pregnant, gave away, she had a 3.9 GPA. She's moved out, not talking to me. Like, it was so broken because that this little thing that I started was going to be wildly successful. Because once you put it out there, right? We live in such a world of social media with the judgment, okay? So you put it out there, you have to go through with it now because you can't. You are not doing enough, and I'm doing more than you, so you are nothing.
Exactly.
I'm so, we have got, because what's happening, while men are committing suicide in tech, I have seen so many posts lately about my no longer exist anymore. I was done.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't living my truth. I loved making granola, but I did not love it as a business. I'm such a private person, and I had let so many hundreds of companies, trust investors, I had to trust all these people that I did not know, and it was the most uncomfortable situation I had ever been in. And it pushed me to a point where if I had to go make granola, I was like, I don't want to go. People would place orders, and you want truth? Pick yourself. You feel like you failed everybody else. That's where I was. I didn't think I had let myself down. I was happy. I was like, shoot, we ain't making granola. I can breathe. I can breathe, right? But my first time publicly that I've said, my company is no longer in existence. I have dodged every question because I didn't know how to say.
Yes. Yeah.
That I'm pivoting.
That I'm pivoting.
I
Yeah.
know, and that's what hurts.
Yeah.
Don't cry because you're going to make this going to be emotional.
No, and this topic of transparency, Yolanda and I have been in this discussion for months, right? And it's two competing ideas. One is that we need to be out there and putting our brand out there, right? We need to share. Our true experiences in this thing is killing people.
Literally.
It is destroying
Literally.
people, all right? People, first of all, we've become prey, all right? We have, entrepreneurs have become prey to predators. And with get rich quick, and there's a point where you work to save a thing, then there's a point where, God, I'm just thinking about when my mom was dying, there's a point when there is no return. And now you have to manage other expectations. You have to manage other. Miss Huffington, figure out you need to get some sleep. She doesn't talk about a millionaire, multimillionaire many times over. Inherit, didn't she marry that money? I mean, again, no hate. But, you know, and she's whacking her face, busting her face up because she's not getting enough sleep. Passion, profit, and practicality.
How do you effectively manage a business yet keep your family intact?
How do you run a successful business when you do love your job?
How closely on social media does the brand you live?
How do you find happiness after failure?
How do you keep your passion when it becomes tough in entrepreneurship? Or how do you stay motivated?
How can you use networking to get everything you want out of life and business?
It's been a while.
Wait.
How do you define success?
How do you balance your creativity?
How important is knowing your source, your food source, to having a healthy lifestyle? How important is that to you?
Some people are great at side hustle. Some people are good at full-time. Everyone is not equipped or ready to be a full-time entrepreneur. We have to stop job shaping. We have to stop it. And understand that the rat race, you may not want to get into it, but some people are getting money right now.
But it's like it's something that like you were saying earlier, it's something that we're holding on to, that it's just this dream that's it's unrecognized right now. That doesn't mean that you can't pick it back up later. But you have responsibility.